really rainy all day, and this dang thing, man, it shouldn't rain too hard the rest of the day. I just got up in the stand, and I didn't even have an arrow knocked and a little buck walk through. I tried to get the camera on him, but it wouldn't work for some reason. The battery wasn't all the way down, so I wasn't able to get film of him, but it's a great sign for the rest of the hunt. We got about 2.5 hours here, so hoping I can get a good look at one of these bucks around here. Bucks should be on their feet, so we'll see. It's October 30th. I'm on an afternoon hunt. I just got off work, so I hopped in the stand. And I've been seeing some bigger bucks daylight today. But I'm hoping for some afternoon activity. See if we can't get one of them big ones on their feet. Things are really starting to pick up. We're starting to see a lot more antlers, so here we go. Well, I haven't hunted in a while. Not a while, but a few days. And as you can tell, it's hot. It got up to about 75 degrees in Illinois. And it's got the deer slowed down a lot. But it's November 7th, so it's too good a time of year not to be out. Because it can happen at any moment. All it takes is one deer. My allergies are flaring back up. I feel like complete crap. But we're still getting after it. I've had some encounters with Flyer and Wiley here. And since then, I moved this stand to another tree. Stomper and Flyer have been around within the last 2 days, so we're gonna get locked in here. We'll see if we see anything. We got a couple hours of daylight left. Oh my god, that was Stomper. This fawn had been just eating acorns over there for about 5 minutes. I look over, I just see a big old body. It was Stomper. He had that G3 broken on his right side. I threw some calls at him, but he wasn't interested. Interested. That fawn just now came back out, and she's just grazing again, but we'll see if we can get him to come back out. This scrape that he's been running is about 30 yards from me. That was nuts. He's the last one I expected to see today on this 75-degree day. But that's why I said this is too good of a time of year not to be out. So we got about 30 minutes left, so we'll see what happens. Something's wrong with my camera, so I'm recording it on my phone. What just happened? I was about to kill that doe. That buck, that second buck that just came in is still down there. But I was about to kill that doe, and they got right under me, and I look up, and I just see a big rat coming at me, and he was trailing that doe as well. I honestly have no idea what buck it is. I couldn't get a great look at him. All I knew was he was big, and I'm not 100% sure about the shot. It's lethal. I know that, but I think I hit him a little far back. So I'm gonna get out of here quietly, go put it up on my big screen and see if I can see the shot a little better. I'm most likely gonna leave him all night just in case. I didn't hear a crash, but I can see this green field where they went, and I never saw him out into that field. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I hope he's down. I really hope he's down. He did a little decent leg kick when I shot him, so I really don't know. It's gonna be a long night, that's for sure. I gotta get out of here quiet so I don't bump him. And I gotta wait for this buck to get away from me. I don't want to bump him either. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that just happened. I wonder what buck it is. There's a new buck that just came on the property a couple days ago. So I'm thinking it might be him. And he's a nice deer, so stay tuned, we'll see. I went and grabbed my arrow and I got out of there. That's a good sign. There's pretty good blood there. It's clean pass through. Alright, it's been a couple hours and I've watched this video about 1,000 times. I've been doing research and looking at everything I can, and I'm driving myself crazy, so. The hit is back, and we knew this. It's decently far back, but I think from what I've seen, how I saw him react with the blood and everything I've researched in the last 2 hours, I think it's a liver shot. I'm praying it's a liver shot because there was no guts on the arrow. It didn't smell like guts. Didn't have any brown or green nasty stuff on it. So I'm hoping I'm just far forward enough that it's liver. So this black dot right there is, I think, where the penetration is, and that's decently far back, so I'm hoping, I'm praying that it's just further enough, that it's just far enough forward, so we shall see. The plan is to give him about 7-8 hours. It's already been about 3, so I think we're gonna go back in at midnight and see what we can find. And if the blood trail's not good and we're not seeing much, we're gonna back out, probably leave some clothes in there, so some human sense there, so if coyotes come around, then maybe that'll deter them. But hopefully he just ran down in that creek and bedded down, and soon enough he'll die. It's saying liver's a lethal shot, and I know this is a lethal shot. It's just what I do from here on out.
is the biggest thing. I mean, that'll be the main thing of finding them, is just how I approach it. So we're hoping, we're sending up prayers. I hope we find them. This is a hell of a deer. So we'll see in about 4 hours here. Hopefully we'll find them. It's crazy.
Rare. This one.
Someone turn my light back on. Hey, all there. I got it. Yeah. Nice. You want to take the... I'll just edit on this.
All right, so here's the situation. I didn't sleep all night. I look and I feel like hell. I got a cold going. This deer is stressing me out. And yeah, it's been a rough one, but we tracked him for about 100 yards last night, and he went up. He ended up running up this big ridge onto another person's property, so we had to stop the track. And I just now got permission this morning to go look on this property. The blood looked decent. He's bleeding pretty good, and it's a little bit darker blood, so I'm still thinking liver. I hope I snuck it in far enough up towards the shoulder. But I'm gonna do something I've never done, and I'm gonna call in a dog. And I'm hoping this dog, between the blood and the glands on his hoof, can track him better than I could. So I'm actually wanting to train my pup to be a blood tracking dog, so this is kind of a win-win. I hope a win-win, but so either way I get to see how that process is done and asking questions on how to train him, so I can get Colt all trained up to be a blood tracking dog, and I can do that myself. I've watched the video of that shot about 1,000,000 times. It's all I can think about. And I'm a nervous wreck, man. This is the worst feeling in the world. I feel I'm kicking myself about taking that shot. I'm replaying about 1,000,000 scenarios in my head, and it's just not good. I hope we find him. I really hope we find him. The dog's coming out in about an hour or so, and we'll see if we can't find him. Okay, we'll see you then. Finally found him. I don't even know what to say.
And came back down.
My stand where I shot him was about 150 yards back along this creek, and we tracked him about 50 yards up this ridge, and that's where we found last blood. And that hill is steeper than a mother. And dog couldn't find nothing. We couldn't find no blood, and we kind of called it early this morning, but it kept eating at me. And me and old Riverdale, came out, and I was walking this little paved path they got, and I looked down, and sure enough, he's dead in the creek. Coyote's got him a little bit. I haven't even got my hands on him yet, but it doesn't look too bad.
No, he looks like a good bug.
Let's see what he is. Oh my goodness. Words can't even explain what just feelings and everything I just went through for this buck. I mean, just heartbroken. Heartbroken. But you just can't give up. I knew I had a decent shot on him. Wasn't great, but I was 90% sure it was lethal. So even the dog couldn't find him, and I still came back out and I was walking and seeing him down in the creek. So you just can't give up on him. I mean, he could have just very easily, I could have given up and he would have went to coyotes. But now I can feed my family, feed myself. He might be going up on the wall. This deer really humbled me. I can't even explain it. This is amazing.